Welcome back to another episode.
Cold-blooded recap is here.
We're here. We're live, man. Well, we're not live, but
we here.
We're here. We're live today, right?
Yes,
It's week 4 now, episode 4, I think. So first, if you don't mind, Danny, I just want to say, anyone that's new, we appreciate everyone that is watching. But again, for anyone that's new and for the people that are watching, like, comment, subscribe. If you're not,
social media, Twitter, Instagram,
exactly.
It'll be down below
in the description, as the YouTubers say.
We'd really appreciate some love and
for sure, and we do appreciate the people again,
right.
our viewers that are listening and watching. So, I just want to cut you off really quick before we start, but appreciate everyone, and let's do it. It's another episode.
Stay tuned.
I
think we're planning on doing every Thursday, release an episode.
Every Thursday or Friday. I know right now we're really working on Thursday.
Right.
So stay tuned for Thursdays around, I don't know, 5 o'clock is around the time that would be pretty good. So, but yeah, man, we're going to make it a schedule now. It's our 9 to 5, except we only do it for about an hour. So,
but I'm enjoying it. I hope you guys are too.
Oh yeah. And I just want to say it is fun.
It is. I really do enjoy doing this. I don't know why.
It's like, how do I want to say? I feel like I'm just having a conversation, right? Obviously with the camera, a light, couple mics here,
right.
So it's a little bit different, but I definitely feel like it's just kind of like when we were kids, man.
Right.
We just converse. I don't know if you remember, but when we used to hang out in high school, we'd hang out for like 24/7.
Yeah. We talk nonstop, dude.
We used to shower together. I was just kidding. But we were, it was just natural communication, conversation. So I think it's pretty cool that we were able to bring it here, put our 2 minds together, and just like, let's just chop it up. So
right. I hope you guys are enjoying and riding along.
For sure.
But John, how's your week?
Honestly, my week was fast as heck. I know I told you this through text. I'm not going to act like I didn't talk to him about my week already. But to tell you guys a little bit, my week went by so freaking fast.
Yeah.
So, like right now, I know I mentioned it last week, but I've been working from home. Don't tell my job. But I've been working from home, seriously, from Monday until today. And then I go back to work next week. So.
And how has that changed for you? Do you like it? Do you miss going to work?
I love it. And I said work because it's actually training.
Oh, that's right.
So I'm in training right now for a position that, I recently got. So,
Congrats.
I appreciate it. So I'm going through that training right now, which is pretty cool. But it just made my week go by so fast.
Really?
Like I'd wake up at 7, well, earlier than 7, but I was from 7 to 3:30. So basically, I was just doing that training for those 8 hours or whatever the case may be.
Right.
And then my day was free. So I'm always I'm in the gym, like I'm at the gym, but I'm always doing my home gym and working out, so which is pretty cool. Watching anime, I just picked up on Parasite. I know you don't really care about.
I feel like every week you come back with a new one,
bro.
Is that addicting?
Oh my god, dude! It's an amazing show.
Really?
I watched it. I started today, and I think I'm on like episode 10 or something like that. Right. So shout out. I think it's Migi. Anyways,
whatever. Okay.
Great show. So another anime, but that's my week, man. It's done.
Right.
Training's almost over. So, what about you?
Well, my week consists of work. That's about it. Go to work, come back home. Actually, I have a second job. For those of you who don't know, I don't know if I've told you. Yeah, I don't know if I've told you.
This is news to me.
I started door dashing.
There you go.
For a couple extra bucks.
There you go.
So I've been doing that after my first job. It's been going great. A lot of people are.
I gotta ask a question this is for the people. Have you ever snuck a fry? Don't lie to me.
No. I can't. I I can't, that's someone's food. They paid for it.
Exactly.
I'm not that nasty because if I was the one ordering food,
you would hate it.
I would hate it. Like,
right.
Who wouldn't, right?
Exactly. And the scary part is like, you never know.
Right.
So if you're like, shit, I could have been deep in your fries and you wouldn't even know.
Right. But no, I can't do that, man. Yeah. It's not me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been door dashing. DoorDash has been getting a lot of orders. If you have a car, you got free time, you got a smartphone, go ahead, try it.
I did hear, sorry to cut you off, but I did hear it has to be your car, and basically.
So the thing is, I don't think when I signed up for DoorDash, I don't think I had to give my insurance info on my car.
Because I know
they just ask what kind you're making, model, and that's it.
Because I know for at least my brother, when he tried to do Uber once, they did all that stuff. But anyways, I didn't know that.
I didn't. For that, cool, you don't. Actually. But I think for like Uber, Lyft, I think you do have to provide your insurance.
Right.
But for DoorDash, you don't. You just have to do your name, your car, make and model, and they send you a hot bag and a prepaid kind of like a card to pay some orders you have to pay.
Oh, okay.
So you use that when you're picking up orders that you have to pay for. And yeah,
Is it weird?
Is it weird?
Yeah, because I feel like every time I order something, I feel weird. I'm just like, damn, I'm really watching these people drive.
No, it's not weird. At first, obviously, you kind of get nervous because it's like, it's like a new job, So
where do I put the food?
Yeah, you're like, where do I go? No one. Obviously, you're not training with anyone. Exactly. They're just telling you, here's this, go do it.
Yeah.
And you're kind of nervous.
Yeah.
But after you get over that, like first couple days, to be honest, it's smooth. It's
like
easy.
Another job.
The only worst thing is like if it's slow, and you're not getting orders, you're basically just sitting there and kind of wasting your time.
Exactly.
But sometimes it really benefits on busy days. Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been doing that, and then coming home. Oh, you know what? I actually started on Netflix. Me and my wife, and
we need some recommendations. Shout out
behind the camera. We do have a special guest, her little brother Alex. Shout out. We've been watching Ozark.
Never heard of it.
You don't have Netflix?
Excuse me. I have Netflix, but I don't.
Oh, okay.
I don't
so
really watch it
I've seen a couple people talking about it on Twitter that people should Ozark. We've watched a couple episodes so far. I'm liking it so far. So that's what I've been doing after.
Yeah, you're gonna have to tell me about that a little bit, just because.
I don't want to ruin it for the.
You're right. We'll leave with no spoilers. I'm not a big spoiler guy, so I don't really mind. But so let's just get into it, man. We got some topics here. We'll kind of talk about it a little bit. Talking about OBJ trade rumors, right? That's
right.
That's been going on. So we'll talk about that for sure. We're gonna talk about high school prospect, top 100 high school prospects.
Top 100, top 5.
Are actually top 5. Are actually skipping
college. That's crazy.
And I just want to say, I'll just kind of throw this in there. I've never been a fan of the NCAA as a corporation.
Mm-hmm. The way they run things, right?
As a corporation, as far as the league and the Scholastic or the Scholastic and Athletic. I don't even know if that's a phrase, but as the academics and the school part of it, I've always thought it was a great great aspect of the game, and it just kind of made these kids. It's raw talent, right? Compared to the pro leagues, at that point, everyone's good. So, sports and the academic side, I've always loved. I've always enjoyed, but not so much the corporation and the money.
Right.
Sucking thirsty animals.
Right.
So yeah, I definitely. I'm liking that news. So
right.
Next, we also got a
which
would you rather?
Who would you no? Which would you rather?
Which
would you rather seen happen?
Okay.
It's past events that happened.
Right.
We'll get into that.
I see what we got. We got some fun topics in there.
Right.
Fun options there for sure.
And then next is an all-in challenge. If you don't know about that, we'll let you know. Just stay tuned. And then we got some football for those football fans. TD.
Yeah. I know I mentioned it once,
Yeah, you did.
TB, but I think that's when it was just announced.
Right.
So some things have kind of happened since then. So we'll definitely talk about that. But I do briefly want to mention. I don't know if you saw the WNBA draft. Excuse me, the WNBA draft. But shout out Sabrina, man, Oregon #1.
Right. Oh, you know what I noticed? There's two number 1 and number 2 overall pick. They're both from Oregon. I don't know if you noticed that.
They're both what?
From Oregon.
I didn't see that.
The number, I forget her name, but
Yeah.
I think she went to Oregon too.
Yeah.
So
I mean, honestly, I don't really watch the WNBA or the girls, but I did watch Sabrina when she would play. So I really
She's
knew a lot
gifted.
about her.
Yeah.
Especially because she was like, a big Kobe fan and friend actually. But so I just wanted to say, obviously, I thought it was pretty dope what they did and to honor Gigi. Peyton and Alyssa, I believe, were the names of the little girls. So that's amazing. Shout out to the NBA. They deserve a lot more love. I know I said I don't really watch it that often. It's just I'm not really a big TV guy, anyways. So and also I'm not really too familiar with their league and schedule. And I know they play during the summer and stuff, but they deserve more pay. They deserve more. Just equal pay, man. It's kind of absurd, and I also appreciate the USA women's soccer team.
Oh yeah,
standing up for and doing what they're doing, because they should be, especially since they're World Cup champions and they're better than the men.
Right.
Come on.
Right.
So I'm definitely an advocate for equal pay.
Yeah, of course.
Again, just wanted to throw that out there before we get started.
Yeah,
on
it was
some topics. Let's transition into OBJ trade rumors.
Yes, I saw it was like a link, and it was saying something about OBJ being traded.
Actually, I don't know where I got it from, but I know it was trending.
Right. Yeah.
So we all thought that, I thought was kind of weird. I do want to say that I saw the Odell Beckham jersey picture where they got the new jerseys and stuff like that, which I'm a fan of them because it's old school. So I just love how they brought back the throwback jerseys. But I was like, wait, he just posted this, and he looks happy, and wow, all these trade rumors are going on. And I was just like, what's going on here? So I was a little confused. And it took me maybe a few hours after that to like scroll back through Twitter and find out that it was fake. But it kind of sparked my mind and started wondering where would he fit best if he wasn't with the Browns? Because clearly Baker Mayfield is not doing the best job right now. So what do you think?
The best team.
Where would you like to see him play? What kind of quarterback tandem would you like to see going on?
I like
not Tom Brady. Everyone would want to play Tom Brady.
No, for some reason I like Russell Wilson. Just because he's a dual threat. He can throw, but he can run it.
I like that.
And especially having Odell Beckham, I feel like you're gonna have to have a double coverage on him just because of how fast he is
exactly.
And so if you have that, you got your quarterback who can run. It's like that'll be a cool, 1-2 punch,
For sure.
Other than that, I mean, I'm not sure who you can say. Oh, Lamar Jackson with the Ravens.
Oh, come on. Throw that garbage team out of here. Don't
you
even
don't like
mention
Lamar?
that.
You don't like the Ravens?
I love Lamar. He's such a great player, but I'm a Steelers fan. So.
Oh, that's right.
Well, what do you expect me to be? Like, I hate the Ravens.
For those wondering, I'm a Jets fan.
Yeah, terrible choice.
Shout out Mark Sanchez, though.
That's when he became a fan, and that's a terrible year to happen.
No.
Well, they were good those years.
They were.
But then after that was the butt fumble
and
the whole Rex Ryan.
You gotta stay loyal, You gotta.
Come on,
you could have switched. The Jets.
You could have been a Steelers fan a long time ago, and I wouldn't have judged you. Let me tell you, I don't judge. Isn't there a song? I don't judge you. I won't judge. Well, maybe I just made that on, but that's how I feel towards you.
Right.
Come on, man. Come on. Honestly, let's cut the camera and let's just. You could be serious, right? It's all right. I'm just kidding. Oh, I thought she got me.
No. Yeah, but I'm a Jets fan. I'm not. No.
You wouldn't even want to see him in the Jets. Nah, that's an ugly jersey. So I'll say mine. I'll say mine. Obviously, I've kind of thrown it out there that I am a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. So I would love to see Odell. With Big Ben, even though it's like you can't go wrong with going to the Steelers.
Is Big Ben on his way out or no?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I thought he's been hurt a lot. and
Right.
pretty heavy off them.
Right.
So, but I think he's got maybe a couple good years. Do I think he can bring us a chip? I mean, I hope so.
Right.
If you know, if I'm being honest, on a scale of 1 to 10, I have maybe a 6 hope in him.
Right.
You know, but I would love to see him there. But realistically, I think he would be a great fit with 2 teams, San Francisco or Houston. San Francisco and Houston. I mean, Garoppolo's pretty old, but he's very mature. He's shown that he brought his team to the Super Bowl in I think 2 years or something like that, which is pretty great.
Well, the first year he was out the whole season. He had that knee surgery.
Well, no, the first year he played half the season, and then he was hurt the next season, or the other way around, something like that. But anyways, it's on his 3rd year or whatever, so he's getting up there in age. But yeah, he is. He's shown that he can lead a team, and honestly, the 49ers didn't really have like an overly over the top superstar receiver. So I think they had really great receivers. And I'm not saying they didn't. I forget their names, but they were really really good. But yeah, they didn't have like a Julio. They didn't have like a Hopkins or an Odell or Thielen, Diggs, etc. They didn't have that, so I think that would be a great fit. And then just to see, I mean, I hate Bill O'Brien and what he did at Hopkins, but I think seeing maybe an Odell and Cooks duo wouldn't be so bad either.
Right.
And then I think, if I'm not mistaken, 49ers have this guy named Deebo Samuel.
Yeah,
he's really good. So either Deebo and the OBJ, but then again, the 49ers could draft a really great receiver this year. There's Judy, there's Ruggs, there's a lot of great receivers out
coming
there.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know what you'd say about that, but I think those 2 teams would be fun.
I mean, it'll be, it's just imagination. What could have been? Dare
I say Arizona? Kyle Murray, Hopkins, and Obi? Nah, they wouldn't get him. But that'd be fun. That's a fun topic. I like that. Final answer: Niners, because I think they'd be more long term.
Seahawks.
Damn, rivalry there.
Rivalry
there. Yeah. So what we got next, man?
Well,
this one's fun. This one is fun.
That one
right there. I like that. So I know you guys can't see our notes, but high school prospects, top 100, top 10 even. I know
so.
At least Jalen Green is definitely top.
Top prospect. He's number one. He's a high school prospect.
Yeah, he's a high school prospect.
So he's
projected to be the number 1 pick, and I believe he has an 88%, which I don't know how these numbers matter anyways, but he has an 88% chance of going pro, which is technically he's already a pro, right?
Yeah.
So he's already made that. But yeah, that's Isaiah Todd.
Oh yeah.
Isaiah Todd decommitted from
Michigan.
From Michigan. I believe he committed back in November or October, something like that, which is it's a long time. It's been a long time, and then to suddenly decommit. But the cool thing is that they're teaming up, right?
Yeah, I heard the G League is actually making a new team.
They're making a move
in Southern California,
which is pretty cool. I mean, there's no better place
obviously
than
LA. I love that, they're adding another team, but I mean, I think to this point there's so many teams in California, it's crazy.
It's a lot, but it's like, where else would you be? Where else would you want to play?
I mean, here,
Nevada.
No, but I mean, like, there's other places. I don't know.
Nah, come on, man. There is no better weather than California. You know why there's high taxes and why everything's so expensive in California? You know what you're paying for, other than your rent and stuff like that? Location.
Yeah.
You pay for the weather. So how much times does it rain in California a year? Not a lot, right? And you always got great weather. And in December, January, it's in the 40s, 50s, maybe. They're not touching 30s.
Right.
I mean, maybe on a very cold night, yes. But it's like, how often would you get bad weather? Not often. So LA, you're paying for the price. You're paying for the weather. So I would, no matter where they're at, I think
like
it's going to be a fun.
But
and I love seeing the NCAA crumble. So
right. Yeah, it's crazy. They're taking the G League path instead of going to the NCAA, which I think is great. They're thinking. they want to get paid. You know,
Yeah.
that's what it comes to. And
I just hope that, because there's this argument which I understood at first. I didn't understand it, but I do understand it now. And there's this basically saying, if Zion were to go to, this is an example, if Zion were to go to Duke and if Zion were to go straight to the G League, and the way it was like constructed was, okay, so this is how much he was worth, how much his NBA contract was projected to be, but we don't know that, right? But it said 14 mil. And then because he went to Duke, it's now at 96 million or whatever he made in 1 year, which is pretty freaking insane.
right.
Compared to if you were to go to the G League, you would get 500K up front instead of zero from Duke. So you got 500K up front, but his contract was still 14 million. It's like, we don't know that. He could have blew up in the G League and still had the. But I get the argument is the exposure is Duke.
Yeah.
Having Duke across your chest it's a brand. It's an endorsement.
Right.
That's what it is, and I get it. The spotlight is on. You get ESPN every week or every other week whenever you're playing. I get that. That's some promo that you can't pay for. But who's to say that the G League doesn't blow up? In the next 5-10 years.
Right.
Granted, it would have to blow up, and the exposure have to be, applied, and but that's. Again, my rebuttal to that argument is, who's to say that the G League can't blow up like that?
Right.
And why not? Like, how great would it be to see like some of the greatest college athletes, and then seeing some of the greatest could be college athletes, but now they're straight in the pro for a year instead of going to the league. They're getting paid, and I think it'd be fun topics like, well, what if they were to play? What if they were to play? So then that just adds another argument. Adds another, just a whole new excitement and a whole nother form of entertainment, which humans want entertainment. So
especially right now.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like, I don't think it'd be such a bad idea. I think it'd be fun.
Right. Yeah. So that's some exciting news for the G League.
For sure.
Get them some must-see TV content.
For sure. And I just kind of want to throw this in there. R.I.P. Michigan, man.
Yeah.
R.I.P. to Michigan. Yeah. They lost in the same week. They lost Josh Christopher, which is a top 10 prospect as well, but he actually committed to ASU. So shout out Arizona State University. They're getting some great players right now. They're blowing up. But yeah, so Christopher, committed to Arizona State instead of Michigan, when she was a front runner for Michigan. Right. That's why it was such a big
Yeah.
And then Isaiah Todd decommitted, and is teaming up with Green instead. So
I just wonder.
RIP to Michigan. They haven't won in years.
I just wonder what they're gonna name that new G League team. It'll be interesting.
Something dumb, probably like LA Sharks.
There's already South Bay Lakers.
That is true.
So I don't know
why it's called South Bay, because it kind of reminds me of the Bay.
Right. Not like LA.
Yeah, I call it like SoCal.
Right.
But anyways, yeah. So that's.
Yeah. I'm probably gonna watch that. Not gonna lie.
For sure, hell yeah, I'm gonna watch it. But I'm gonna watch. I mean, I started watching less of college anyways, just because I feel like the game is so diluted now.
The last time, that was a few years ago, but what I remember. The best experience of actually watching the NCAA was watching like Anthony Davis.
Oh yeah, 2012, right? 2012.
Yeah, well, when they won the national championship that year, that was like the highlight of my whole the whole time I was watching college basketball, was that team, the 2015 or 12, yeah, Kentucky national championship.
2011, 12, yeah, because man, shout out that team. It was Unibrow and the Harrison twins and I think Willie Cauley-Stein. No, maybe that was after.
Yeah, I don't remember. It's been
a long time.
But it was a fun season to watch.
For sure. So what we got next? What we debating about?
Let's see. What would you rather see, John? Let me give you some.
This is the would you rather. I'm just kidding.
Which would you rather see? Some scenarios. Some sequences that happened or that did not happen.
Oh yeah, I think, if I'm not mistaken, this was actually on Twitter, and I saw a lot of and this is why we have it as one of our topics, because it was kind of a not heated, but it was definitely a talked about debate, and let's get into it. So what do we have?
Let's see. Which would you rather have seen happen? D-Rose never getting injured. CP3 trade to the Lakers wasn't vetoed.
Yeah. David
KD, Russ, and James Harden never split up, or a Kobe and LBJ finals matchup?
I just want to start off and say no one cares that KD, Russ, and Harden split up other than Sonics fans.
Rip.
And they're not Thunder, man. Come on. Bring them back to Seattle. I'm tired of seeing them in the middle of buttfuck nowhere. It's like Chesapeake Arena. What is that, man? Bring them to Seattle, Bellevue. Come on. But yeah, to any fans, and they don't care about it.
Right.
I think it's pretty cool seeing how KD's turned out. I would love to still see Russ in Oklahoma, but hey, man, it is what it is. And Harden's doing his thing. Well, actually, they're both doing their thing now on the same too. I totally forgot about it. Harden and Russ are right back where they, where they started.
They're
but
just missing KD, but nonetheless, I agree with you.
Yeah. So the D Rose, man, I used to be such a huge D Rose fan.
You know what I remember? You know what I remember? I think when he came out with the shoes, you got him.
Yeah. I had them like
yeah,
2 years in a row.
The gray ones and the
2 years in a row. Because I got them in my 7th grade and my 8th grade year.
Right.
Which would have been 2010, 2011. So it's MVP years. Yeah, for
sure. I know you were a huge fan. I remember fan. That.
And again, that's coming from a Lakers fan.
Right.
They just won a chip in 2010. Mind you. Yeah. And I was still getting D Rose's shoes. So that just kind of puts that into perspective. So that one hurt. Yeah. I would love to see a healthy D Rose, but it's not that deep for me.
Right.
We've seen a lot of great careers being kind of dwindled down.
Right.
T-Mac, Grant Hill.
Brendan Roy.
That one.
Greg Odom.
Yeah. Odin. I mean, that guy it's not Odin.
Odom. I said Odom. My bad.
It's Odin. Yeah, that guy was probably like 18 in the body of a 40-year-old.
Right.
Seriously, I mean, his knees went with him too.
And I think it's unfair that people call him a bust.
He's a bust.
Oh, no, hold on. To be a bust, I feel like you have to actually play and you have to actually suck. He didn't even get the chance to play.
Yeah.
So to call him a bust is not fair to him.
His knees are a bust. They did bust. They bursted.
All right, but so which would you rather see? Answer my question.
So this is where the kind of the debate was starting. Not the first two, or the first, the first two that we talked about. It was more so CP3 to LA, and Kobe and LBJ
in the finals.
I do want to say this. I'm a Lakers fan, through and through. I'm more of a Kobe fan, but I hated seeing the Lakers being trash for the next 7 years after that trade.
Yeah.
Yeah, we ended up getting Nash and Howard, but we all know how that fucked us up.
Right.
So that's what hurt me more than not seeing Kobe and LeBron play in the finals.
Right.
So if you want my answer, I would rather see CP3 to LA because I know we could have won a few chips.
Yeah.
I think we could have won a few chips, and our teams would have been better down the line, right? We'd still have CP3 clearly, right? He's healthy. He's still playing. So
putting up good numbers.
Yeah, it's like I would rather see that because I feel like it would be healthier for us Lakers as a franchise, and we'd probably get to see Kobe and LeBron anyways. Because like, when did LeBron get to the chip?
Right.
2012.
Yeah.
2013.
So they would have came out of the East.
LeBron
Lakers
literally made 8 rings in a row. He didn't win 8 rings, but he made it to the chip 8 years in a row.
Right.
You're telling me if we get CP3 along with Kobe, we're not gonna get that chance to see LeBron on the other side?
At least once we would have.
So I think by me choosing that answer, automatically gets the other one. And who knows? Maybe D Rose stays healthy with that option too.
All right, chill. Yeah, but I think I have to agree with you. See, I was so excited when I seen the news that CP3 was going to the Lakers.
Oh my god!
I was so excited.
I cried because it didn't happen.
I was so happy and then I heard that it was vetoed and sucked.
Yeah, but RIP to David Stern, but it's still what the fuck were you thinking, man? I get it.
I don't know.
Get it.
That's in our lifetime. That's the only trade that I seen got vetoed.
Yeah, but freaking didn't Pelicans get Anthony Davis a few years later after that? So it's like,
2012.
But anyways. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Anyways,
you
I
have
feel
to.
like that's my option. CP3 to LA.
And obviously, if you're a Thunder fan, you'd obviously
I think
want.
if we had CP3 in LA, we'd probably be in like 2050 right now. We'd be that
Right.
I can't even say it. We'd be that technologically advanced.
Yeah,
I'm
gotcha.
dumb. I'm sorry, but yeah, man.
That I don't know. I just thought that was a couple things
For
that
sure.
were interesting.
So, what are we talking about next?
Um,
Yeah. So
Next we
what do
got
we have next?
the
man?
All In Challenge. I actually heard this news today. I'm not sure if
Okay.
it was old news or new news, but I saw it today. So an All In Challenge gives one fan
Oh, okay. Yeah,
the
you were telling me
chance
about this.
to get their name called by Adam Silver in the 2021 NBA draft.
Right.
One fan.
That'd be cool, man.
Right?
I think, and I hope they do young people.
Right.
I mean, I'm sure there's older folk that would definitely appreciate that, but I'm a grown guy.
Right.
I would not care about getting drafted, especially because I know I'm not really playing.
It's just a tease, like,
What the
oh,
fuck?
this is what could have been.
Exactly.
Like,
I'm
try.
shaking your hand right now,
Right.
but I'm not 6'10". Like I'm not getting
Right.
anywhere with
It's just
this.
you're-
Yeah, exactly. It's like, dude, just get out of here. Just
Right,
say
right.
hi. Sign an autograph.
So that's why you'd want it to be a little kid.
I would hope it's a little kid or like a Make-A-Wish Foundation or
Right,
something
right.
like that. Definitely, I think that would be a lot more meaningful than a grown man
Right.
shaking his hand, knowing damn well he's not gonna be
Yeah.
in the NBA.
I
you know?
got you.
But again, if it's something that they truly love and passionate about, because we all know there's certain people that are just like cuckoo and like super passionate about something. So that'd be great too to see. Definitely if someone's
I'm just not. I didn't read too into it, but I'm not sure how you get entered or how you enter your. I don't know if it's a raffle or whatnot.
Right.
I don't know any of the details. But that'd be pretty cool.
for sure.
That's kind of awesome that they're gonna do that. So it's not this draft, obviously. It's next year's draft, huh?
Yeah, hopefully, that'd be cool.
Right.
That'd be cool. I definitely want to see something like that. Just because it kind of reminds me of like, soccer players.
Yeah.
How it's not to this extent, but it's like soccer players. They walk out with little kids sometimes.
Yeah.
I really don't know what
Right.
they're there for or whatever. But
Mhm.
I've always seen that in the leagues, in the pros especially. So that'd be cool. It kind of
Right.
reminds me of that situation.
Right. Yeah, that'd be kind of
dope,
cool.
man. That'd be dope. That definitely makes a few kids' days, man.
Right,
Like I
right.
said, if I was 10 and stuff, I'd probably love that.
Right.
I'd get to shake Stern's hand. Now people are gonna get to shake Silver's hand, but
Right.
that'd be cool. I'd
Right,
love to see.
yeah.
That'd be interesting. But let's talk about some T, man. TB. Did we touch on that?
I don't think so. We talked about football, but we didn't
Not
really
really,
touch on
huh?
TD. We
So-
were talking about Odell Beckham. That's what we were talking about.
Right. Tom Brady to the Bucks.
Right.
Um,
I was shocked.
Yeah.
The Bucks, like,
Yeah.
I don't know where. I think it wasn't even the Bucks that were in the picture.
Yeah, and I know this is kind of old news, but we kind of want to talk about it a little bit just because something came up recently. Jameis Winston was the reason why, but I was surprised. But after I kind of found out the rumors and stuff like
Mhm.
that about him choosing, I think it was obviously the Patriots were in the picture. But I heard actually after the trade went down that Tom Brady knew this was going to be his last year. So it kind of makes me wonder, like, if he was already talking about that, like, before the season, did he, like, really care at the end? Like, I mean,
Yeah.
his last
Like in
throw
the
as a
playoffs?
Patriot was a pick,
Yeah, it was.
right? They could have won the game, but it was, well, actually, no. It was at the goal line, right?
Yeah.
Their goal line, not the
Mhm.
opposite.
No, the opposing team.
Oh, they were at the goal line.
Yeah.
So it's like, so it's like, I don't know. It just kind of made me wonder at
He
that
was
point,
like,
like,
just didn't care. He's like,
was he
whatever.
half-hearted, because like if you're not all into something, if your foot's out the or in the pool, or
Mhm.
one's in the water, one's in the whatever, the
Mhm.
concrete or whatever, wherever you're at, then you're not all in. You're not
Right.
your mind's
Some
not
part
all
of you
there,
is-
your focus is not all there, your drive isn't. But then again, I don't know, maybe it was fake. Maybe
Right.
he is the competitor that he is, but I don't know. It just kind of left me like,
And it was big news.
for sure.
And it's crazy because I don't know what season is he in? Do you know exactly?
Probably 21 or something.
Oh, he was drafted in 01 or no 2000.
99, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, 99.
I don't know, actually.
He's been in the league
don't
so
care about
long,
him.
but it's crazy how like the Bucks are probably one of the favorites to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, and the Bucks haven't been a favorite since '01 or whenever John Gruden won. But yeah, I think and I want to say I'm a Jameis Winston fan,
right?
Because I watched them in Florida State when they were really good, which was fun to see. The whole it was funny too. But I don't know if you saw, he was like, man, if that's what it took, if it took Tom Brady, the legend, the GOAT, to replace me, then it's kind of a what do you call it? A compliment in a sense. And I was just like, first of all, anybody Tom Brady replaces, I guess they can all have that mindset, because it's not the case, man. They were trying to get you out of there anyways. I mean,
so you think they just gave up on him?
I think so. I mean, the guy it was a spectacle to see him throw 30 interceptions in a season like that. Is like, are we playing football at that point? Like, throw the other jersey on. throw the other jersey on, man. You might as well. But do I think they would have gotten rid of him if Tom Brady wasn't getting traded?
Yeah.
Or not traded, but if he wasn't on his way out, then I don't know. I don't think they would have. Mm-hmm. I think they would have maybe gave him another year, but maybe another year tops would have been his last thing. But I don't know.
Where do you see him doing now, Winston?
I don't know.
Is he just gonna stay in the shadows and wait till?
I think his best option, and obviously I'm biased right now, but I think his best option would be to be right behind Big Ben. Yeah. Big Ben has maybe a year or two left, 3 years if we're lucky, and then after that, it's like they're built the same. Right. They're big, 6'4", 6'5" or whatever, and 210, 220, 30 pounds. It's like they're built for it. They're built the same. They're not the same quarterback, but they can play similar. I think. I would think. So I think that'd be a great fit for him. And again, he can learn under Big Ben, which is a Super Bowl winner. Yeah. So, that's not a bad thing, And then he can take over the system when he's ready, because he's proven that he's obviously a top 30 quarterback or 32, whatever. And a lot of teams are in there, but I think the best option for him would be
to go to Steelers
for sure.
Yeah, that's I don't see that being a bad thing. Like you said, Big Ben has 2, maybe 3 years if you guys are lucky, and he would just get the knowledge of a good quarterback. Exactly. And I think that's what he needs. Just one more year to kind of get some feedback from the veterans. For sure.
And I think again, I'm biased obviously, but I think the Steelers offense, just whole system in general, under Mike Tomlin and whoever his coordinators are, but I think they've always been great. They've always shown to be great. I mean, we've only had 3 coaches in our whole career.
The whole franchise?
As a franchise,
really?
Like our existence. So that just goes to show that the people we bring in stick.
Yeah.
And obviously Mike Tomlin is a Hall of Famer at this point for sure. Right. So, and just as a testament, it's like obviously the season that we just had, we were running on, I think, our 3rd string quarterback. Yeah. Because we traded our 2nd string, Joshua Dobbs, to I believe Jacksonville or maybe Tampa. I can't remember, but we did trade our 2nd string, so we were off of, and we traded away Landry Jones, I believe, last year, or we cut him or something like that. So, shout out Landry Jones, did a few good game for us. But anyways, so our 3rd quarterback, Mason Rudolph or whatever, that racist guy. Which I'm so glad Big Ben is coming back, because
couldn't do it no more.
Rudolph is a dummy. But anyways, and a 2nd string running back. Right. And our number 1 receiver is gone. Obviously, Antonio Brown was traded last year, but Juju's now feeling the pressure, which I still believe in Juju Smith-Schuster. But he had an off year.
Yeah, he did.
Obviously, because he was the targeted one. He's the one getting the doubles and stuff like that. Right. So, but yeah, I think we've proven with the team that, and the amount of wins that we had as running on that. Like, we didn't even have a starting quarterback, again, James Conner is a number 1 back, but come on. Steelers fan now. Right. So I think that would be a great system to be under, no matter who you are. Right.
I hope he gets another opportunity. He's obviously not one to leave behind.
Cam Newton.
Yeah, where do you think he's ending up?
Cam Newton's unsigned. I think a great option for him would be Patriots, just obviously. But I don't think that's the system they run. I don't think that's the system they want to build around. So I don't think he's going there. I think actually Patriots will draft some quarterback or whatever.
You think so?
As far as Cam Newton, I'm just kidding.
Chill
Everything
out,
Steelers. I want everyone.
You want everyone?
I think a good option for him would be. Well, actually, I think the Chargers signed. Who did they sign? That guy from the Bills.
From the Bills?
He played really good with the Bills. He left the Bills because they drafted Joshua Allen. Taylor. No, it's not Taylor. I can't remember his name.
What is it?
I think it's Teddy Bridgewater.
No, Bridgewater just got signed. Actually, he probably did, but I know it was the other guy.
Damn, dude, we're really drawing a blank, huh?
Yeah, I can't even think of his name. I'd know him if he has a quarterback. He has a glove on his left hand, and he played for the Bills and actually took him to the playoffs before Joshua or Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Damn, what's his name?
Dude, we're drawing a blank.
Anyways, Cam Newton, Tyrod Taylor. I'm a dummy. That's who it was. That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
But so I know he's in with the Chargers, I think, so that probably wouldn't be a good fit. I don't know, man. What do you think? Nowhere in Florida. New York would be dumb. I think the best option for him would be like New England.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's a weird combo.
Yeah, like what a Minnesota?
Right.
No. Atlanta.
Oh, you know what I also sorry to cut you off.
No, you're good.
You know what I also saw actually?
Uh-huh.
I saw a picture of a couple times actually of not Cam Newton. Colin Kaepernick in a Jets jersey.
Oh my God! I wish Colin Kaepernick was in the league. Political views or not, I think he's a lot better than most of those freaking players in the league right now. But yeah, I wish Colin.
I saw a picture of him in a Jets uniform, and since it was fake news because I'm a Jets fan. So when I saw that, I went straight on Instagram and I looked up the Jets to see like, oh, welcome, Colin Kaepernick, but I didn't see anything. So I was like, oh, that's fake news.
I realized it really quickly because the tweet that I saw, I just clicked on the guy's thing and it sent you to the right Adam Schefter or whatever that guy's name is. But that profile that tweeted it out actually tagged the real Adam Schefter. He's like, bro, that's not me. So I was like, oh, I found out in like 2 seconds, but. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Cool. That's all we got for today. It's a wrap.
Yes, it is.
Episode 4 has come to a close. It's a little bit shorter this time again as well, but I kind of like this. I like the 42 minutes. I felt like we had a good convo. But before we end, we obviously just want to say our condolences and we send out our prayer and love to the families of Tavares Jackson, which we use a former, Vikings. And a Seahawks and a Bills quarterback. Super Bowl champion, man. R.I.P. I believe he passed away.
Condolences to everyone affected.
And I think it was with a car crash, if I'm not mistaken. But
it was a car accident. Again.
And then Carl Anthony Towns' mother. We all know that was a serious matter. So, again, R.I.P. and our condolences. I don't know if you have anything else you want to add to that,
obviously it's not a good thing.
It's heartbreaking. He's a Kentucky Wildcat too, so.
And our condolences go out to his family and those affected.
So, but that's it. That's all for us, folks. What we got.
I hope you guys enjoyed. Let us know.
But yeah, again, like, comment, subscribe. Back at it. Actually, let us know if you want to see the live incorporation. I feel like even if you don't comment, I'm probably gonna try to bring someone on and maybe.
You're talking about Instagram, right?
Yeah, Instagram Live. We can go on Instagram Live because I kind of want to do something fun or whatever, and we can probably. Let's do a TikTok, man. I don't know. Let's show them.
You gotta show me the dances.
I gotta show you the dances. We can do something fun next week, but yeah, man. That's it for us. That's all, folks.
That's a wrap.